challenge. I'll just call it the natto challenge. Why? Well, since I don't have free speech, I'll just say it's good for your health. And you know what? In my opinion, well, I would say not just in my opinion, in the opinion of numerous scientists in Japan, according to numerous scientific studies, super good for you. Okay, guys, so let's get rolling. Let me show you because I need to make breakfast. And that's what I'm doing this morning. So we're going to do, oh, thank you for the thumbs up. Wow, there's already people in here. Good morning, good morning. Good morning to everybody. Let's get the natto challenge going. This is not just a natto. This is also a multivitamin smoothie. So let's just get started. First, I start with Purium Power Shake. Why? Well, because our food is deficient. So I have to overcompensate by putting more superfoods because I don't take a multivitamin, which is interesting, right? You know, I don't actually take a multivitamin, but yet I don't have deficiencies. How'd that work out? My doctors are baffled, and it's because exactly this type of powder. I put these powders in with my smoothie as a food source multivitamin. That's how I do it. Wow, thanks for all the thumbs up this morning. Wow, everybody's live and kicking. This is just leftovers. This powder here, I'm going to use it up because I don't want to waste it and throw it away. So we'll put some of this, even though it's not honestly as good, but it's okay. We do with what we got. But at least I get my Purium in there because that's all I'll be using once I'm done with all the rest of this stuff. Then I'll show you how we use the natto. And you can call it natto. Nattokinase is really the enzyme within natto. I'm going to put a little chlorella in here too, just a splash because I have leftover still and I'm going to use it. I ain't going to throw it away, but I'm just going to put a little bit. Really rich greens, a lot of rich nutrients. Yes, yes, yes. So we're ready with that. Let's move on to the next step. And I mean, this is just my morning routine anyway, guys, as many of you probably know. Let me know if you can hear me, by the way. I got the earpiece in and I'm walking around, so I'm not sure. Oh, see? And this is why I like opening the fridge. I totally forgot about taking, I think I'm going to have a little natural boron this morning too with my prune juice. I don't need the prune juice, and I'm going to take these old enzymes that I've been, well, not old, well, I guess they are a little old, but I'm trying to finish up these supplements. So let's just take some of these with a little bit of my, there's a lot of boron in organic prune juice. So that's what I'm going to take right now. If I can find a cup. Oh, this is empty. I forgot. Where would it be? There it is. Put a little prune juice in this guy. I like to do an empty stomach, so 1 second. My apologies, everybody. For people who do have issues being regular, drink some prune juice on an empty stomach. Might help. It's not medical advice. Please don't take it as such. I'm just saying, might work for people. Who knows? Jim, I am not a doctor. I don't know if that's actually what he said or not. Did he say I'm only a doctor? I don't remember. Remember the old Star Trek, anybody? Okay. And let's proceed forward here. We're going to start with the greens. Again, they look quite clean to me. They look so clean, but okay, let's wash them. Let's just be a good boy today and wash. And you know what? I ain't in no hurry today. I'm in no hurry today, guys. Well, I mean, there's people waiting for my phone calls. I do have a little work to do, but today I am not in a very big hurry, so I can take my time, you know, and maybe a lot of other people in a hurry. They're like, hurry up, make that smoothie. I don't know why they'd be in a hurry, because I don't know, but I'm not in a hurry. But I know some people like the videos fast, and if you like them fast, I have short clips. I have other videos you can watch. But when we do the live ones, well, I like to take my time. Hopefully that's okay with you guys. Oh boy, looks like I'm low on, okay, looks like I gotta go grocery shopping. I'm low on carrots, I'm low on celery, I'm low on beets, I'm low on everything. Oh goodness gracious. Well, that's okay. I better try to remember that. Or I should write it down, but I can't write it down because I'm using my phone right now to do all this. In fact, let's see, did anybody say anything this morning? Doorstep, okay, what song is it? Each by my doorstep. That sounds like Bob Marley. Three little birds by my doorstep. Real food. Stuff the body, I'm going to assume, with actually stuff it recognizes. Thanks for the inspiration, Greg. Fantastic. Well, you're welcome. I didn't know that I was inspiring anybody, but if I am, great. But that is true. I completely agree. You got to put real food in the body. You know, people don't understand that our ancients, you know, the ancestors, I think even the ancient scriptures say stuff unto the third generation, stuff like that. But, you know, they used to eat certain food. And if all of a sudden we start having McDonald's and milkshakes, it's like the human body is just not really accustomed to it. So if you give it old school food, this is why sometimes certain foods from like certain parts of the world, like for example, like Japanese people have been eating, you know, I don't know, seaweed forever. You know, their stomachs might handle it better than other people, stuff like that. But you know what? I've never really had too much of a problem handling too many foods. There was one food. It's I think it's from China. It's like these little green balls. It's like a vegetable, and I can't remember the name of it for some reason. But those ones are a little tough to digest, and I would even say that even if you cook them, and it would be something that I would probably want to eat totally on its own and not mix it with other food. Certain foods that I find that are difficult to digest for me, it makes them more difficult when I mix them with other stuff. Like for example, this is kind of a silly example, but prune juice, boy, if I drink prune juice with any other food in my stomach, it don't go so well. It kind of makes me feel bloated and gassy, and it just doesn't feel good. But if I drink on an empty stomach, like I just did, it's totally fine. Okay, organic greens. Why? Well, why not? Only makes sense. I mean, we need even the green color. That's the beautiful thing about produce. Like the colors actually matter. It's funny. In Japan, old school tradition, they're really into like they say that you need to eat like from the food rainbow, you know, the greens, the reds, the purples, you know, and I didn't really understand that when I was younger when I went to Japan. There's a lot of things I didn't really value and understand, and in time I did, and that's the reason that I actually really want to not only go back, but I want to go there and spend not only more time, but I think I'm gonna value a lot of the stuff a lot more. You know? Okay, so yes, the Natto Knace challenge. Let's do this. Hydrogen smoothie, hydrogen natto Knace challenge. Oh wow, I got 6 thumbs up, but yet only 5 people in here. How'd that happen? I don't know, but let's just go ahead and keep going forward. Let's do organic walnuts. I don't have them soaked in clean hydrogen water today because I think I used them all last night. In fact, you know what? That being the case, why don't I just soak some right now? I'm gonna have to move the camera. Can't get the bowl. So yes, good morning to everybody. Hopefully everybody's having a good, productive day. Hope everybody's happy, but hey, we can't always be happy, right? But I hope that you are. I'm having a good day today already. Just started, but so far so good. I love those kind of days when you wake up and you just feel good. In fact, I wake up and I immediately start reading the emails because otherwise I'll never catch up. And people send me, you know, questions and different things. And somebody emailed me saying how terrible they feel. They have all these medical issues. I get a lot of those emails, and they were telling me how, you know, they're not feeling so good, and when they wake up, you know, as they just feel terrible. And you know what, man, I'll tell you, that reminded me. It reminded me of when I used to feel that way. It was just so terrible, and I really hope that this person can get some help. In fact, we're going to probably talk later, and we'll see. We will see if what they're willing to do is the biggest issue. I mean, honestly, that tends to be the biggest issue. You know what I'm going to try today, guys? Maybe I shouldn't, but I'm going to try it. Sweet potato, purple one. Japanese purple sweet potato. I'm going to put that in the smoothie today. It's good for you. I could eat it as is, but I'm just going to. It's actually been like a little bit of my dessert. After dinner, I have a little bit of sweet potato. Sweet potatoes, I like them. If there's something wrong with me, then don't let me be right. I can't remember where that came from, but I remember hearing that somewhere. If that's wrong, then don't let me be right. Okay, let's moving on. Let's see what I can do about this sweet potato. I'm gonna crush it a little bit. It smells so good, actually. Let's smell it. You can actually smell the sweetness in the potato. I believe I saw a study on potatoes, and I believe the purple potato is the most healthy of all the potatoes. Like I said, the colors, and look at these colors. Purple, really dark purple. I love the colors of all the rainbow and all the produce. And now we're going to put some of the best stuff, which is berries, because it's very good for you. Oh, did you notice I did that? Yeah, I'm not very good at jokes, guys. Me tell joke now. Let me go ahead and tell you a joke. Let's see. Can I think of a good one? Maybe I won't go down that road. I'm a terrible jokes. Oh, look at this. I'm almost out of carrots. So sad. We'll get more. We'll get more as long as there's produce on the shelves. That's the one thing I'm thankful for right now, because, you know, considering the way this country is being run is so despicable. I'm just kidding. I'm just pretending to be one of these old men that are like always talking about politics. So reprehensible. Can't believe how they're blah, blah, blah. You know what? I will say they're a bunch of clowns. I probably shouldn't say that. But, yeah, but hey, what are we going to do, right? We're just little people. You're just little people. Your lives don't matter. Got to be rich before your life matters, or in the club. All right, sorry guys, got off sidetracked. Let's go with ginger here. Ginger's really good for you. It helps heat up the body. And a lot of people are not aware that the Japanese, again, so interesting. I mean, they always discover these very interesting things. And they discovered a correlation between core body temperature and cancer. And, you know, potentially other diseases too, but they really noticed it with cancer. They found that like 98% or something crazy of people with cancer have a lower core body temperature than they're supposed to. So ginger, it's good for that. You can even have a little ginger tea. Often it's actually part of a Japanese cancer protocol. Yeah, so let's put some ginger in there. Why not? It's organic. I found it at a good price. Normally it'd be very expensive to put ginger like I'm doing. Andy's blueberries, my goodness. I can't imagine what this smoothie would cost. Oh, yes. Good morning, says peace and love. Well, good morning to you too. I like the name, peace and love. Kind of hippie, but I dig it. Because, well, you know, I'm not a hippie, but I've actually had a lot of hippie friends, and it's totally cool. It's not like I don't like them. I do like them, but there's a few things I don't agree with, like, because I feel one of them actually, I feel really bad for him. Because he would always say, dude, you got to walk around barefoot everywhere. And I'm like, I don't know about that. The data, he goes, the data, you know, it's Mother Earth. Get your feet on it. And I kept, you know me and data. I was like, well, I don't think it's quite clean. It's probably not a good idea. That's how you pick up parasites. Oh, no, no, no. Well, now that poor friend is very sick with parasites that he can't get rid of. You know, there are parasites, numerous parasites that are incurable, guys, at least at this time. And I know what you're gonna say, and don't say it. You know, they're like, "Oh, has he tried this anti-parasitic?" Yeah, we don't need to go down that road because we don't have free speech right now, so be cautious about the words you use. But all I'm gonna say is, yes, he has tried all the popular ones, and No, they don't. They're not working. They help a little bit, and they help keep at base a lot of his symptoms, but it just comes right back. The parasites are there, and they're kind of there forever. And boy, that poor guy's tried everything. Love that brother though. And it's not because he's a hippie that it happened, but I've seen that happen a lot because I really have hung around a lot of the hippie crowd, and like I said, I love those guys. At least the groups that I was around. But sometimes their ideas are a little too tinfoil hatty. You got to follow the data. Now that's me though. Remember, that's just me. Doesn't mean everybody else has to. Let's put some hydrogen water in here, shall we? As we go, if anybody's ever seen the routine, if they haven't seen the routine, then I guess you'll see today. I like to put the water as I go because otherwise the blender will get like kind of all clogged up when it's actually time to blend it. So let's go ahead and go with that. Either clean water or hydrogen water. It don't really matter. Both are good. Well, I mean, yeah, hydrogen's better to just drink it rather than put it in one of these guys. But okay, now we are going with the magic ingredient. The whole reason we're here, everybody, the whole reason the world has become aware that Japan, and they probably don't even care that it's actually Japan, but hey, the Japanese, ancient knowledge, remember, this is garbage. Garbaccio, I'm going to throw that away. Don't ask. I like the raw material. That's how I roll, right? I think you guys know that by now. Okay, Rebecca says, can hydrogen eliminate H. pylori bacteria? Eliminate it? You think it's an antibiotic? Well, let's see. Hydrogen is not so much. I mean, I do think actually that it would have a positive effect. But from the data that I've seen, remember, there is no medical advice here, guys, and there's never any medical claims. That's just my channel because I'm a dummy and nobody should listen to me. Okay, now that we got my disclaimer out of the way, has anybody ever had a disclaimer like that? I'm a dummy and don't listen to me. And on with the show. I wonder if anybody ever has had something like that. If not, I guess I'll be the first. Anyway, if I actually, I'd have to do a little research to confirm, but my understanding, if I remember correctly, I'll just say that I've seen hydrogen help balance out certain bacterias, and sometimes certain bacteria is it depends on the condition of our body, basically. Like, let me give you an example. I'll give you an example. Okay, so by the way, natto, this is the whole food. Natto kinase is in here, but there's a lot of other wonderful things in here like vitamin K and a lot of protein. It's a natural statin and all sorts of good stuff. Now, in order to activate it, you got to stir it. Come on and stir it up. I wish I could put like music on. Stir that natto. There is no song like that. I'm just making stuff up. Okay, but anyway, this is how you activate it. And so anyway, I'll give you an example about what the hydrogen does. Like, for example, if somebody were to ask me, does hydrogen kill parasites? I would say no, not. I mean, because remember, it's not an oxidant. Oxygen's an oxidant, like ozone, O3, that's an oxidant. But hydrogen appears to be an antioxidant. Now, granted, it's a very peculiar, very special antioxidant. But when I remember reading this one study, because actually numerous studies about hydrogen in the liver, so amazing for the liver. Well, remember, your body is going to be running right if your liver ain't running right. And there's actually a really, really wonderful study I've been wanting to share with you guys, but it's so complex that I've been literally reading it for months trying to figure out how to simplify it for you guys. Because otherwise everybody's going to be like, this is boring. Why are we listening to this? Now I sound like a robot. So anyway, what I ended up seeing in the study, and they were just totally shocked, literally shocked at the results, because there are a lot of parasites in the liver. There's a lot of blood there, a lot of nutrients there. Yeah, you know. And what they noticed is that as you were using the hydrogen, the parasitic numbers were going down quite a bit. And so it's like, whoa, why is that happening? Hydrogen doesn't kill parasites. It's because it brings balance to the temple. And I say the temple meaning the body. And I think with certain bacteria that take over, I think a lot of it's an imbalance also. So in my opinion, it's very possible that it would. And I'll do further research today if you'd like, maybe in a little bit when I'm done with the smoothie. We sit down and I can pull up the laptop real quick just to confirm, because I don't like to say things and not really be 100% sure. And so that's why I hesitate. If I were to just say, in my opinion, I would say, yeah, in my opinion, I would just say yes, simple yes. But let's get some data going. Let's see the data, shall we? Okay, I think that's 100 times. Anybody been counting? Anybody tell me? Well, look at it now. It doesn't look different. See, it's all white, foamy. It's alive. And that's why we stir it up. Let's stir things up, shall we? I don't know. Some people are like, no, don't stir things up. All you do is create a mess. Don't do it. Don't talk politics and religion. You're just going to stir things up. By the way, I don't talk about those things, right, guys? Everybody knows that. This is about health and hydrogen. It's not about Brandon or the Pope. You know, whatever. Are they my favorite people in the world? No. Oops. People are going to be like, oh my gosh, I hate you now. Really? But aren't you? Doesn't religion say you're supposed to love your neighbor? Thou shalt not hate, thou shalt not judge. Do you read the good book, my friend? Okay, now I'm just kind of being silly. Okay, guys, moving on. I have to think of topics to speak about. I'm just sitting here making a smoothie, guys. You guys got to give me material. Somebody say something. Oh, somebody did say something. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Northern Yeti says placebo effect works though. Let the man do his grounding. Oh, I did until he got sick, and then he's asking me for help. Poor guy. Trust the data? Question mark. No way, says Warren. Hey, I'm not saying not to do grounding. I hope you see. This is what I mean. People always take it out of context. I didn't believe in the way that he was doing grounding. His idea of grounding was walking around everywhere barefoot until he picked up some really nasty parasites that have literally ruined his life. He's never going to get his life back unless some new technology comes out. It's just not going to happen. And believe me, he's tried everything. This poor guy. I mean, really. I mean, I'm not even kidding when I say that. He really has. He truly, truly has. Most people don't. And a lot of the stuff that he tried, I thought would actually work quite well, and it didn't. I was kind of surprised, and again, I feel for the brother, and And by the way, I did let him do his grounding. I didn't say anything. I'm like, okay, do your thing, bro. Do your thing. I didn't really say a word. I actually never really told him because I just figured you know, I knew how he'd react. He'd react like, "Hey, dude, this is my truth, not your truth, and this stuff has changed my life," and blah 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 blah. I'm like, okay, do your thing. I didn't say anything. I just observed it, and I thought, boy, he's gonna get sick, and he did. That's all. And that happens a lot. I tend to know when things are going to happen. That's really weird for me to just say that because I don't like to talk about those things. But yeah, um, just like this natto thing. I was making these videos, if people want to go back and look, way before anybody knew anything about it. And I actually knew what it would do a long time ago. I just, we don't have free speech, so I didn't really say anything. Though I am trying to get the Rumble channel up and running so I can actually speak more freely. Go there and subscribe. Join Rumble, guys. I mean, it's not going to be like the number one place where I do things, but it's still good to have it, and it'll support the new channel over there. Okay, we're doing beets now. Let's go with the beets. Now this time I did have to use a cutting board because it was very thick and hard, that beet. And so, yeah, I have to use a cutting board to be safe because I've done it with scissors, but it's no bueno, no good. Damerincho. Okay, saying it in multiple languages here. Okay, let's cut up this beautiful, gorgeous, very red beet. See the colors. I love the colors. See, we got red, we got purple. And I will say, I'm not against any color, fruit, or vegetable. It's like, what? What's that supposed to mean? Sorry, I shouldn't make fun of people who get silly about certain things. But I'm a silly guy. I don't know what else to say about that. That's all I got to say about that. Okay. Yeah, I'm probably a little too silly for you guys. I'm sorry. Let me apologize. Let me go ahead and go back to just being normal. Okay, everybody. Let's make a little smoothie today, shall we? Little hydrogen smoothie. Throw a little natto. What's that guy who did the paintings? Who talks all like, here, just put a little bush here, and it's like turns into this like beautiful painting. And just put a little mountain. Let's put a little hydrogen water in this, okay? Let's do that. Or clean water. It doesn't matter. Does it? Does it really matter? Yeah, it kind of does, dude. I feel like I'm totally talking to myself while the world is watching. Hey, Mr. Hydrogen Man, why you talk to yourself? Oh, I don't know. Entertainment value? Or that's just how I am? Okay, that's making people drop off. That's interesting. Okay. All right, Northern Yeti. Had my natto at breakfast. Haven't scheduled in enough time to make smoothies yet. I will soon, though. And that's what it is. It is about scheduling time. I totally get that. Okay, this is chia seeds soaked in hydrogen water. And I'm going to pour some. Let's see how many we get in here, actually. Can you guys even see? Should I bring it closer to the camera? Should I zoom in? Somebody let me know if you can see what the heck I'm doing, because otherwise I've been doing it for like a month now, trying to help you guys, show you how I do it. It started to become a habit. Yes, I am a one-man podcast. That's what it feels like. One-man podcast. Oh no, too much water. Uh-oh, Houston, we got a problem. I think it's time to make more chia seeds. If anybody wants to know how to make them, I'll make them right now live on camera. Otherwise, I'll just keep moving forward. Comment below. Say, yes, I want to know how to make hydrogen chia seeds. Okay, banana next. All organic. Why? Well, I'm just not really into chemicals, you know. Whether it's making my hydrogen, I don't want any chemicals like lye. Whether it's with food, I don't want any glyphosate. Whether it's water, I don't want any fluoride. Well, some would say, well, fluoride's a natural occurring substance within Earth. Yeah, well, you know, so is cow poop, but I don't want to eat it. My bad. I probably shouldn't be talking about such things. But I believe there's still enough free speech to, I don't know what I did there. I believe there's still enough free speech to talk about cow turds. That's funny. Unless they all of a sudden start magically being good for something, then it'll get striked, right? Hey, you can't talk about that. We can't have that. Okay, dude. Now you're just being too silly, dude. This is ridiculous. I can't take you seriously anymore. All right, we're doing celery next, guys. Like somebody asked a question, even if it's a silly question. Give us a topic that won't upset anybody. Good luck with that, right? You're always gonna upset somebody. Well, I'm cutting the celeries now, guys. Why? Well, because, you know, I like celeries in my smoothie. And I happen to have them. And you know what? I'm getting a little low, which means I will be getting more. I think today I'm literally going to go on and go grocery shopping. I really, sincerely, I'm actually, okay, I think I'm being a little too silly this morning. You can clearly see I just woke up. No, I'm actually very grateful that we have the produce on the shelves. And you know, it's funny, we have all this produce and probably nobody cares. Everybody goes and buys, I don't know, Twinkies and cereal, and they probably rarely go to the produce section. That's the funny thing about the store. When I go to the store, it's like 90% of it or more is just like garbage on the shelves. And then there's like this little produce section. I'm like, oh, that's where I'm going. Got to go where the food is still kind of sort of natural. Natural. Is that the word? It's truly natural. We like it all natural, don't we? We are humans after all. Okay, now we're going to the tough one. Why is it tough? Well, because these carrots just don't look as good as I'd like them to look, which means they're going to be more work for me. See? Look at all the stuff I got to like take off. Because I'm just not going to throw it in there like that. First, I wash it. Are you guys actually enjoying this? I feel like, you know, it's kind of like when you're having a conversation with someone and they're just kind of sitting there and you're talking the whole time. And I hope you, well, I guess everybody could just leave if it was boring, right? So, okay. But you know what? This is not the challenge. The challenge will be for 30 days. Is that too much? I think 30 days is a good number to really get the feeling, get the flavor of the natto. Now, if you can make it 30 days, then we might extend it. But for right now, let's go easy on everybody. Let's go 30 days. You're going to have to make a commitment. You're going to have to literally schedule yourself to wake up. I would say 20 minutes early, but let's just go with 30 just to kind of give yourself a little cushion. So instead of getting up at 8:30 or something, get up at 8. And you may be like, I don't want to get up. Hey, you don't have to, unless you care about yourself and your health, which some people are like, well, isn't it healthy for me to sleep? Well, yeah, of course. It's not like you didn't sleep, right? Hopefully you get to bed at a good hour. And then you can wake up and be like, okay. Let me tell you something about getting your day off started correctly. It's very, very important to get your day on the right track. So what do? I wake up. First thing I do is clean my mouth with a toothbrush. Make sure to brush the inner surfaces of the mouth, meaning the inner lining of the cheeks, the roof of your mouth, your tongue, and brush your teeth. Should literally only take 20 seconds. I'm not talking anything fancy. I'm not talking a full detail of the mouth, which I do, but only at nighttime before I go to bed. I don't do it in the mornings. Morning's just a quick brush. Why? Well, we've talked about this before, but maybe there's new people here. And if there are, comment below and say, hey, I'm new. Keep going. I want to know what this is all about. Well, in Japan, they discovered that we grow, I'll just say, certain bacteria in our mouth which are not good for us. So the moment you eat or drink something, you swallow that into your system, and it's actually not very good for you. So if you just brush your mouth real quick, get that stuff out there, and your breath won't stink. I use hydrogen water with distilled water, but you don't have to. You could just use distilled water, and I put essential oils in it, and I spray that in my mouth, and then I brush my teeth. But I do not use toothpaste. Why? Because then we're going to immediately after that drink hydrogen water, and I don't want to swallow anything that might be in that toothpaste into my system. That's why I do it without toothpaste in the morning. Then drink the hydrogen water. Me personally, because I have healthy kidneys and everything's all good, I drink 1 liter in the morning. 1 liter is about maximum that your kidneys can handle. It can handle more, but then you're straining them. And the whole point of the secret to trying to get healthy is you gotta take the strain off the body. The body can do a lot of things, but you don't realize that just digesting meals takes a lot of energy for the body. That's why it's hard to heal and repair when you're constantly eating, and that's why fasting is so important. And by the way, for those who don't know, drinking hydrogen water actually helps the body mimic a lot of the benefits of fasting, which is very interesting and fascinating. And nobody knows why, though. I actually think I do know why, but no professional knows why. Let's put it that way. But me, the monkey brain, I think I know, but that's okay because I'm a dummy and everybody's so smart. But it is funny how they always want my advice. But doesn't matter. Whatever. Point is, that's the protocol. So you get hydrated first thing in the morning with hydrogen water. Then, I do a little stretching. I do my water routine, which sometimes I hit the recorder button so you guys can see that. And then I get my heat pack just because it's a little cold. I do a little more stretching. And then, let's see, is that all? Well, I use the restroom. And I think that's about it before I come up here and start doing my... Oh, well, I did have that prune juice. And that was just because I'm on a little boron kick lately. Okay, that looks like it's pretty darn full, guys. I'm not sure I could maybe shove a banana in there, but let's see. Hold on. Let's make sure I'm answering everybody's questions. Somebody's laughing, seeking, and being, and they said, yes, we're interested. We're here. Thank you. Northern Yeti says, I already wake up at 3:30. It's torture. You know what I would do, Northern Yeti? Then I would make the smoothie at night, seal the jar, and then they're already ready in the morning, dude. There's no way I'm going to try to make a smoothie at 3 in the morning. Just do it at nighttime. Problem solved. See? They should call me the problem solver, man. Okay. Should I put another banana in there? That's the question of the day. Let's see here. I do have quite a bit of bananas. Okay, I'm gonna do it. You know why? Because I just have a feeling that if I don't, some of these are gonna start going bad. So we're gonna put a little extra something today. Well, I did put that sweet potato. Let's see how that tastes. Actually, I'm gonna put another magic ingredient. I'm gonna put numerous magic ingredients. Natto challenge, everybody. Natto challenge. Okay, we'll put another banana. I don't know if I should or I shouldn't, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Shove it in there. Make sure it fits, or we're gonna make it fit. One or the other. Okay, there we go. Magic smoothie. What are we gonna call it? Magic? Oh, that's weird. That's what happened. I have a specific towel that I use for drying things. Okay, here comes Mr. Magic Ingredient. Anybody know what it is? Well, we've done a lot of them. There's already numerous magic ingredients in this smoothie, but anybody know the next one? Anybody? We are putting in 40,000 volts of electricity. Yeah, can you imagine? No, yeah, we're putting minerals. That's what we're doing, guys. Why? Because, food is minerally deficient. And I did take out the compost yesterday. If anybody wants to see my compost pile, let me know. I took a picture of it. Actually, I think I took a little video footage. Maybe I will release it. My compost. I don't know what the title should be. What I eat. Leftovers of what I eat. Okay, let's see if this actually blends. Ready? You guys want to see it? Here, I'll point the camera towards the blender. Actually, that's not a very good angle, is it? Is that the angle? It's going to be so noisy. All right, let's go. There we go. And that's how it's been going with the smoothie goes. Oh wait, you guys can probably still hear me. I forgot. I got the earpiece going here to make sure that blender is not moving on its own. Knock itself right off the shelf. Well, I'm bringing a suggestion. So here's another challenge. I challenge you. Do you speak any Japanese? Chotto nihongo ne. That's a great idea. I will try that, says Northern Yeti. Yeah, why didn't you ever think of it? We're being good students, watching and listening. Well, thank you, Seeking Convene. You're too kind. And you know what? I'm going to show you, which you probably have already seen, Mr. Northern Yeti, what you should be doing. Okay, I'm going to blend this up a little more because I like to stop it periodically and let it settle to the bottom. And then I'm going to grab some hydrogen water and put it in these jars because I like to cut it up. Or actually, maybe I'm going to do the compost first. We're going to let that run. Gotta say, that's a good blender right there. That's a good blender. Yeah. American made, America. Only American stuff here. That's not true. I don't even care if it's from America or wherever, as long as it's good stuff. And I gotta say, America makes good stuff. So does Japan. Just depends on what you're looking for. All right, let's go one more, and I'm gonna get the hydrogen water in these jars and get this thing going. There we go. I don't know. I'm kind of thinking that's good enough. Anybody? What are your suggestions? Because now we're going to seal the jar. We're going to show her, was it Northern Yeti? Let's verify here. Northern Yeti. This is what, in my opinion, I would do if I were you. I think it's well blended. I can almost kind of tell by the sound. Let's just check. I'm afraid it's going to like explode in my face here. Believe it or not, I've had that happen. It's pretty full today. Ooh, like baking a cake. Like riding a bike. Okay. So here we got our natto smoothie challenge. Kind of looks like it could use more water. But you know what? It's a little thick, but that's okay. I'm only going to go half-seas. Why am I going to go half-seas? Well, I'm about to show you because I'm going to put magic ingredient number 8. I don't even know, actually. I was just kidding. I don't count. Let's see. The magic ingredients are the purine powders, the natto, the minerals, and these guys. Is that all the magic ingredients? Oh, and the hydrogen at the end. Oh, and the hemp heart. So it's 7. Okay, I'll just say the chia seeds. That's 8. See, I was right. I'm just kind of don't know. Okay, D3 with K2. Why? Why? Somebody was telling me, do I have to use hydrogen forever? It's like, do you have to eat forever? Do you have to drink water forever? I'm going to take D3 forever. You guys can do whatever you want because I don't give any medical advice, but that's what I'm doing. Why? Well, the body needs it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hey, look, I can count. 1, 2, san, shi, go, roku, nana. That's Japanese. Somebody was asking if I could. Okay, is this getting low? I think it's getting low. Oh no, that means I gotta buy more. Boron. Why boron? Now remember, these are ionic. Somebody was asking me, well, what about this D3? Look very closely. Ionic. Why? Because that's basically the best way to get it. And you know, guys, I'm only about the best. Why? Well, because I actually care about my health. Why? Well, because I've suffered way too much and I don't want to suffer no more. But I know I will someday, but I'm just, let's try to prevent it as much as we can, right? Okay, boron. I'm going to go with 1 ml. And then I'm going to go with another ml over here. And then I'm going to do half an ml. And then we'll do half an ml over here. Okay, so I'm making them both exactly the same. Okay, somebody said something. Let's see here. What would you replace after you are done with the raw meal? Is Power Shake appleberry flavor that you use? Yes, that's the one that I'm going to replace it with. I mean, I kind of already am, but I'm just kind of using it up. But I'm just going to do appleberry Power Shake from Purium. I guess for anybody who wants that, you go to ishoppurium.com and you type in, oh no, you can get a $50, by the way. It's a pretty good discount. Oh no, that's not what I wanted to do. Really? Okay, well, there goes that. $50 off with the code. It's the same code as my YouTube channel. It helps support the channel, but it also gives you $50 off. So it's a win-win. Okay, we're going to seal the jar because look, I'm doing all this for you guys for free, though it cost me a ton of money to figure all this stuff out. I kid you not. I had to try so much stuff, so much research. It's been well over a decade. Okay, so let's see if this works because this little lid is a little bent. Let's see if it seals today. So far, we've gotten a little lucky lately, but sometimes your luck runs out, doesn't it, guys? Okay, why am I doing this? Well, I'm trying to seal this jar so that so I can seal in all the real wonderful properties and phytonutrients of the plants because as it degrades, it degrades, with time. So I'm trying to seal that up. While that is doing that, let's finish this guy up. Oop, let's scoot this back a little bit. A little too in my face here. Okay, I'm going to throw this away now. It's this garbage packet. And this is mustard. I'm going to keep this. You guys want to see what I do with the mustard? You probably don't want to see what I do with the mustard, but here, I'll show you. Probably shows you how much natto I eat. Look at all that. 1 per each packet. I'm saving them for a rainy day. It's like a rainy day. What the heck is that guy going to do with all that mustard? We're going to put some mustard on it. That's what we're going to do. On what? On what? I don't know. Something. Some mustard. Okay. We could make the natto more delicious. Or I'm sorry. We could make the smoothie more delicious. There is one more magical ingredient that I could use. Hemp hearts. Why hemp hearts? Most well-balanced omega-3s and omega-6s in the world, in my opinion. Now, I think there is data on that, but don't quote me because, like I said, I'm a dummy. I don't know anything. I'm just guessing. That's all I'm doing. I'm just guessing. My whole life, I'm just guessing through my entire life. Okay, that's enough of that. That's enough of that psycho ban. Okay, let's see if it's sealed, because if it didn't, well, we're in trouble. We're going to have to try this again. Let's everybody pray to the sealing gods. And look at that. It worked. Hallelujah. Look at that. See? That's what you can do at nighttime. You seal these jars up. You put them in the refrigerator. You have a little cooler with an ice pack. Take that to work. We got a multivitamin smoothie. Now let's try this out, even though I got one more secret ingredient. Wow. Tastes like bananas. A little hint of sweet potato. I can't really taste the natto. I guess you can a little bit. You know, most people don't like the taste of natto, which is why we want to do the natto challenge. Because it's such a challenge for people to eat it. Okay, you know what I'm going to do now? I think everybody knows what I'm going to do now. I'm going to eat this. But I'm not going to totally eat it. I'm going to drink and chew, drink and chew. Most people don't chew well enough. It's one of the reasons for the smoothie. Plus, it kind of is easier for the system to process when it's all chewed up for you by a wonderful, beautiful, American-made 2023 Vitamix. No, I'm just kidding. It's not a 23 model. I've had that thing for a long time. That's why I bought a high-quality blender because, well, I should be one of those blender salesmen at Costco. Hey, let me show you how to make this really easy smoothie. It only takes me an hour. Actually, it doesn't take that long. I'm kidding, guys. I'm kidding. I'm making jokes that I only laugh at. Okay, next magic ingredient. Hydrogen. And why hydrogen? Must I really explain? Well, it's because in my opinion, it helps absorb nutrients, helps fight anything that might not be good in the smoothie, like if there's a little bit of pesticides or something left over, because it's always hard to be perfect. My water's perfect pretty much though, because that water is so clean. And maybe the oxalates in the smoothie. So this is the natto challenge. 30 days. Write it on your calendar. What's today? The first? Comment below and let me know if you're going to do it. Okay. I'm going to make a commitment for 30 days. I think this would be a lot more successful if I was funnier. By the way, take out the earpiece. You guys are going to be okay with that. Ooh, okay. Now I can enjoy my breakfast. Maybe I'll show you guys how I make coffee later. If you want to know how to make the healthiest cup of coffee. All right, Karina says she will. Yay! You just made me so happy, Karina. Thank you so much. Okay, join me on this natto journey. Okay. Sophia says, prayers, green heart, and an angel. Oh, how sweet. Nicole says, you mentioned some enzymes. Care to share what brand? I could, but I don't really, you don't need them. I'll show you something better, actually. Here, I'll go grab it. Oh, you actually see that. This works way better. Why? Well, in my opinion, because remember, these are a monkey's opinions. Take them for what they're worth. It's not like, you know, I was able to maybe heal myself or nothing. Okay, so I'm gonna keep going with this. This is a natural enzyme. Koji. I just did a video on it. And I put a link on the video below that for another koji video that I had made, if you're new to the channel. This stuff, you know what this used to be? See how it looks like, almost like water? This used to be rice. The enzymes broke it into a liquid. That's what it will do to food that is undigested or food that you're eating in your GI system, which is a good thing. You want to liquefy it. Full of B vitamins, by the way. Full of so many B vitamins. So I could I don't want to waste it, and it's not a waste. I was just going to use it for something else today, but here, I'll put a little bit in here. So sweet. It smells so good. Let me smell it. Oh, the fragrance of victory. That was stupid. Okay, see, now it's in my smoothie. Let's try it. Oh yeah, very sweet, natural sweetness. You don't have to be buying pills. You can make it yourself, and it's cheap. I was just finishing up some enzymes that some company gave me. That's why I was finishing those up. Okay. Nicole, hopefully that answers your question. Karina says, I will. She's the only one. Can you believe that? Out of everybody in here. She's like, I'll join you. Everybody's like, you can go ahead and drink your fermented bean smoothie all by yourself. Okay? It's quite good. What do you guys think, actually, about my method of a multivitamin? This is my method versus a horse pill. What's going to work better? I mean, the professionals, right? Doesn't it take like a lab and scientists and really, really smart people to make one of these horse pills? Or a monkey who throws it all in the blender? I don't know what I was thinking. It's like, what are you thinking, dude? You really think that's going to work, huh? See, in my mindset, I was thinking it makes perfect sense, but sometimes something makes sense in your head, maybe not in reality. I'm thinking about taking this apron off. It's just that if I take it off, I'm afraid I'm going to spill something all over myself, like the $5,000 smoothie. $5,000 question. Actually, these are not that expensive. And you know what? They're worth every penny anyway. Anybody want to guess how much these cost? Because actually, I don't even know. I don't think I've really ever broken it down. I think I broke down the calories before, and I must have been wrong. My math it's not my strong point. Though I do see numbers in a weird way, but the more guesstimates, just a little here, a little there. They're not like 0.002346. Who do we appreciate? That's really good though. So anyway, that's your koji. Love it. I'm gonna have some later, I think. Maybe I'll put it on oatmeal. Do something with it. I will tell you that the Japanese did invent and create the best enzymes in the world. They have these super expensive, super hard to get. Yes, healthy coffee. That's a little late, PY, but okay, yeah, I'll show you guys how to make a cup of coffee with the best water, best coffee. We're gonna grind it all up. We're gonna put it in a French press. Karina J says, I don't mind trying. I'm on my journey of healing my GI. Well, that's one thing I do know how to. I have a lot of experience with that one. My GI was a mess. I have suffered from inflammation for quite some time. Well, Karina, I worked with numerous people, but there was this one story that stands out. Numerous people have GI issues because of what we put in our GIs. Remember, whatever goes in your mouth ends up in your GI. This one woman, and can you guys hold on a second? Well, yeah. Somebody's trying to call me. And I'm in the middle of my natto challenge. Anyway, yeah, everything goes in your mouth. So for healthy GI, organic stuff, because pesticides cause inflammation, processed food, usually no good. But the key for this woman was She had celiac disease. Let me put away that koji back in the fridge. And her poor celiac disease caused her so much pain. And lots of pain. And she got on the hydrogen protocol and some other stuff that I would personally do. Really, that worked? Okay. So anyway, actually, could you guys see that? That was curious. I just tried to text somebody who's trying to call me. I'm curious when I'm live, what happens when I switch screens? Does it go blank? Does it pause? Or are you able to see everything that I'm doing? Just kind of curious. Give me some feedback. But anyway, that woman with the celiac disease, it ended up going away. She really thinks hydrogen was the thing. And actually, I think so too. Just my opinion. But she said it just totally changed her life. She said it used to be so painful. And there is a lot of data about hydrogen being an anti-inflammatory, really good for the GI. And natto would be good too. So, okay, guys. I'm going to cut this short here soon if nobody has any questions, unless somebody has a question. But I think that's the natto challenge. Eventually, we'll do a hydrogen challenge. I'm already doing it. Clearly. I do it all the time. I love it. What? Wolfgang's here? Greetings, Earthlings. What would be your opinion on whether hydrogen water and diet can help to grow your organs back? The stream kind of got cut there for a bit when you did something on the phone. So what do you see though? Does it just like freeze the screen or does it go blank? Wolfgang, in my opinion, I guesstimate on an average your smoothie $1.75, give or take, electric usage included. You should do a breakdown. Oh, it's way more than $1.75. Everything that I put in here? Yeah. Let's see. Helen says, have you found that since you've been doing your protocols that you are less susceptible to these seasonal flu bugs and viruses? Yes, absolutely. It's not even close. I used to get sick all the time. It was terrible. It froze both sound and video. Oh, interesting. I just managed to make the worst tasting smoothie ever. And look, that's why I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I think I've kind of mastered it because it tastes so good. But you know, it takes practice. I did a lot of things that tasted terrible too, my friend. But there's too many beautiful ingredients in it and too much money in it. Hey, yeah, drink it, brother. Drink it up. Okay, so Wolfgang, do you think you can grow your organs back? Wolfgang, it actually depends on the organ. Because you can't just grow any other, you can't grow new teeth. You're not gonna grow new gums. Though those things are possible, but not at this time. And I say not at this time, I'm working on it. There is something I'm working on and I hope that it makes a difference, but not at this time. But some organs do regenerate. The GI, the colon is really good at regenerating. The liver is very good at regenerating. It depends, even the nerves regenerate, but they regenerate really, really, really slowly. So it just kind of depends which organ. We can't just make it a blanket statement and say all organs. No, not gonna happen. In my opinion. But I kind of go off the data, so. Well, that is magically delicious, and it's not even Lucky Charms. Ah, more hydrogen, more smoothie. I'll be right back. That's the good stuff. I like the good stuff. There was this like kind of wealthy, famous guy I heard a little bit on YouTube today. He's like, yeah, I was making money. I could buy a nice car. I was buying a nice house, and then I kept trying to make more money. And he's like, but then I just bought more cars, more houses, and at some point, and more clothes. at some point he's like, yeah, I figured that that's all I could buy. But he was still looking for happiness. And I'm like, that's exactly what I was. I mean, I was looking for happiness since I was probably 8. Okay, let's see here. Wolfgang says, how does hydrogen help with virus elimination? All I'll tell you is that there is some data that shows that hydrogen appears to be an antiviral. And I think that viruses are typically opportunistic. So it depends on how good your immune response is. Wolfgang says, I'm trying to grow a new kidney. I only have one. You're not going to grow a new kidney, my brother, with diet and hydrogen, most likely. You need actual stem cells with the data in them to grow. The diet and the hydrogen will support the growth, but it's not the seed. So, yeah. Like HPV and herpes virus in particular. Oh. I think that the body will, I don't think hydrogen will eliminate it. I think it can keep it at bay and keep your immune system strong. But that's about it, in my opinion. Yep. I will not tell people like these silly, I've heard all these silly lies like, take this, it will completely eliminate herpes virus. And I've never seen anything work. And I know some people who've tried literally everything. But strengthening your immune system is always a good thing. Do you have some documents or long-term studies I could look at having to do with hydrogen water from the Holy Hydrogen Machine? Long-term studies? There's a lot. I mean, I don't know what kind of studies you're looking for. There's almost 2,000 studies already on hydrogen. I mean, I don't know what more you want than that. I mean, you get to 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700. I mean, 1,000. And then you get almost a 2,000. I mean, it's already medically approved. I mean, hydrogen's already medically approved. Not only that, the Holy Hydrogen Machine is like the #1 machine in Japan, and those people know their stuff. When Japanese know what the best is, they usually do. In their culture, it's kind of a cultural thing. They tend to know what the best is. Like the best noodle place, the best cars. I mean, they know what the highest quality good stuff is over there, and they're really into that stuff. So I'm not sure exactly what you're asking for. Are you asking if I go in a lab and I do personal studies with the Holy Hydrogen Machine? No, I don't have that kind of funding. Plus, I don't know what the use for it is. I mean, I already kind of know what it can do. I don't need to spend that kind of money and time. Straight up magical. Okay. Karina, can children use hydrogen? In my opinion, if it's made properly, remember, this is definitely not medical advice and no medical claims on this. If it's made properly, safely, in my opinion, absolutely. There's been some really interesting research on it, actually. But all I'll say is that that's just my opinion. Consult your physicians. Don't forget, ask your doctors. They're the only ones who know anything, right? Okay. Hopefully that answers your question, Karina. Just make sure to do it right. Don't use stuff with chemicals. Don't use stuff with cheap metals. Just don't use garbage stuff. Greetings from Baton Rouge. Hey, Mary Claire, Baton Rouge. Is that Louisiana? Sophia Gray says, greetings from the Golden Triangle, Texas. Texas. Yeah, where everything's big. You know, Texas is dumping millions of tons of toxic crap into their water. Make sure, Sophia, to get yourself a good, I wouldn't even say water filter, I would say carbon distiller. Everybody in Texas is in trouble. But it's not just Texas. California's got a bunch of terrible stuff in their water. So does New York. So does Florida. Okay, Christiana says, what are the long-term health effects? Has anybody reported any negative side effects? To what? Oh, to hydrogen? Yeah, the long-term effects. That's actually a video I was going to be... I've done numerous videos, but I have one with actual scientific data, and it is amazing, guys. Like, I'm not even, like, sugarcoating it.
The long-term effects of hydrogen, which are now finally documented, are so off the charts. It's so truly unbelievable, but it's too complex. It is so complex. Pages and pages and pages of the most boring data that none of you would probably ever want to read. And I've been reading through it for you because I'm trying to find a way to simplify it so I can show you. But I'll tell you, nobody expected hydrogen to do this, except for maybe this guy. But a lot of it has even surprised me. I knew that it would do something, but what it's been shown to do, it is so straight up magical. That's why anybody in their right mind, in my opinion, who would want to do hydrogen, you're going to want to do it for the long term, just like drinking clean water. You don't want to just drink clean water for a week. You're going to do it for the rest of your life. And guys, it is so exciting. I'm hoping to make that video maybe this weekend. If I have free time though, I got a lot of stuff going on this weekend. Okay, let's see here. And negative side effects only if you, in my opinion, do it wrong. Seeing a lot of machines that use, again, chemicals I talked about earlier, like lye, which is sodium hydroxide, which is the main ingredient in Drano. Cheap Chinese devices, you directly electrolyze the water, the cheap metals, anything that's using either plated metals or stainless steel, stuff like that. Stuff that I would stay away from. Sophia Grace says, oh, Sunstar, by the way. I saw that on the screen, LOL. Not totally. Thank you. I don't understand, Sophia, but all right. Sunstar it is, whatever that is. Wolfgang. Amadeus Wolfgang says, are you going to continue your channel? For a little while. I am going to be making some bigger changes. I'm probably going to open up a new channel. People want to join the new one for other things that I want to be doing. This is just going to stay like the health channel, hydrogen channel. I will continue to give you good medical data if I discover it. I'll keep you guys posted. Sophia Gray says, baby Yodis, I don't know what Yodis are, but baby Yodis eats vegan chicky nuggets. We need to transform. Okay. Sophia Gray says, it's terrible. Sophia Gray says, alkaline water. Ooh, be careful with alkaline water. Depending on how it's made. If it's a little alkaline because of minerals, that's one thing. When you electrolyze or ionize the water, make it alkaline, in my opinion, no good. And that is based on data that I've seen from Japan. Long-term usage of that stuff is no bueno, which means no good, by the way. Just speaking other languages for you guys here. Figured you all would know. Sophia Gray says they are polluting air, water, soil, everything here from the chemical plants. We need a gigantic hydrogen transformer. Her son, maybe saying here, son. Send mama one. Well, I do have ideas, but I need a little, I'd like to talk to Elon about it. I do got some ideas that I don't know if he's thought of it, but because he wants to do gigantic batteries, which is fine, but I got other ideas that would be way cheaper, probably way faster, more sustainable. We're gonna do it again. Let's make America a hydrogen nation of the world. Okay, let's see what's next. RV Flyer says, wanted to mention your H200 code worked. Oh, yay, great. It's not my code, but it's a code that I found that I've been kind of suggesting it. Thanks. You're welcome, RV Flyer. I don't know, I'm a little confused with that. Do I see a plane, RV Flyer, does that mean like recreational vehicle or, because RVs typically don't fly, but I got a code too, says Sophia. Elon said yes. Really? Call me. Or I'll call him or email him or whatever. It only takes me 2 minutes to explain it. And it's brilliant if I don't say so myself. At least, I don't think it's brilliant. I actually think it's quite simple. Most of my ideas are quite simple, just nobody ever thought of them. Like this guy. You got what you need to do this, I promise. Really? Don't make any false claims. You're gonna get in trouble. Just kidding. Okay, guys. Any last questions? Any last requests? I'm getting to the end of my smoothie. I do have a little bit here. Seeking and Being says, stop drinking your smoothie like it tastes so great. While I'm drinking mine not so great tasting smoothie. Mine does taste great, dude. Christiana says, what kinds of things will you have on your new channel? Well, there you go. That's a good question. And GC118 says, thanks, Greg. Enjoy your day. I will. Well, the new channel is going to be, I'm thinking about 2 of them, but I think I'm only going to have the energy and time for 1. That is good. I almost want to go get more. This is getting dangerous. I drink way too much smoothie. I'm a smoothie junkie. The new channel will probably be about when I go to Japan. I want to share a lot of stuff about their culture that I think the world would really enjoy and learn, that could be helpful for people to learn. And I might talk about all sorts of topics from food, health, maybe even some spiritual stuff, which I always try to stay away from, actually. But a lot of people have been wanting to talk about that subject for some reason. So I might share a little bit about that. I'm going to share a lot more of my journeys, like things that I'm doing. I'm going to be going to a lot of different places. Seeking Being says spiritual channel, kind of. See, you're already getting too excited with that one. But yeah, I mean, I might talk about a few things if people have questions. I'll probably stay away from most stuff, but if people really want to talk about it, then I'll open up a little bit, maybe. Hold on one second. You know what, forget it. I'm just going to bring the smoothie over here. My goodness. I keep getting up and going to get it. Go get some. Okay, let's see here. I got me a big truck. I'm going to move to Texas. If I can afford the gas. Let's go. I'm going to have to call him something else. Let's go Brady. I don't know if I should be saying Brandon anymore because you know how it is. Okay, let's see here. Spiritual channel, Seeking Being, yes, maybe. RV is a type of experimental airplane, and I fly for the airlines. Oh, can you hook me up with some tickets to Japan? Can you put me in a suitcase? Yeah, that'd be great. Let me know. I would be so happy. Actually, even if you could just upgrade me to first class, that's what I really need. I hate sitting in those tiny little chairs. I don't know how anybody fits in them, and I'm small, and I'm like, can't fit in this stuff. Like a can of sardines. Okay, they should have an airline called Sardine Express. Okay, that's a stupid joke now. Okay, let's see, who's next? Sophia Grace is laughing. Wolfgang says, I would love to hear what you have learned in your spiritual journey. Well, see, there you go. A lot of people have been wanting that. I didn't expect my journey of health and everything that I've gone through and the things I've put my body through to bring about spiritual things. I just did not expect it. Now, I'm not talking religion, and I'm very much a skeptic. So even when things happen to me, I'm like, is this really happening? Like, I really have to be as honest as I possibly can. I'm not into like, no, I really believe it. I really did see Buddha floating in the sky. It's like, I don't do that to myself. So I try to be really honest and upfront about it all. And yeah, maybe I will open up depending on what people want to hear. Okay, let's see here. Christiana said, that sounds really interesting. Can't wait to listen. Oh, see, okay, interesting. And then Sophia says, indeed, at Wolfgang. And so, okay, so people seem interested. Sophia Grace, I don't know what that is, but she put some fish that is yelling or something, laughing. Okay, I gotta go soon. Inside a suitcase with just a hydrogen machine. That'd be funny. And everything is in the smoothie, all the magic ingredients, all the good stuff. Okay, Helen says, I find that many people are spiritually starved, not religiously starved. You know, Helen, I think you're right. Let's just be real here. Why is nobody happy? Or very few people happy? Few people. That's a tongue twister. It's all connected, says Seeking and Being. No, it's not seeking and being. That's your truth, not my truth. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just totally joking. That's just like one of those like new age responses. My truth, not your truth. Whoa. Listen to that smoothie pop. Okay. It is all connected, brother. It's all connected. Now, Sophia put some images like a crystal ball and sunglasses and a monkey. I don't know what that means. Thanks for sharing. Christiana says, it seems like we have a place in humanity where a lot of people are asking questions about things like that. I've noticed that too, Christiana. So we'll see. We'll see if we get to the bottom of this. Now, I will say, though, when I really have my heart set on something, I tend to figure it out. And my heart's all in. So, okay, guys, I agree. I think it's more about spirituality. Religion seems to divide, says Christiana. Yeah, I mean, well, let's see. Do Buddhists like Christians who like Catholics who like Hindus? Yeah. Let's not go down that road, shall we? Okay, guys, I think I'm going to say goodbye. This is officially the Natto Challenge. Take it at your own risk. Absolutely, Christiana says, seeking and being. Yeah, I don't like to divide. I don't like math. But I do like when we all come together. Okay, have a wonderful day, says Helen. Thank you so much. Everybody have a good one. Thanks for joining us today. Put it on your calendar. I only had one person say that they were going to join the Natto Challenge. But if anybody else is going to join, oh, there goes my hydrogen machine. Got to fire it up again. You guys let me know if you want to join. And if you do want to join, I'll do my best to try to make these videos every morning showing you how to make the natto smoothie. Namaste, says Wolfgang. Very good, very good. Take care, everybody, says seeking and being. I think he did one of these. Oh, there we go, one of those. Whatever that means. Somebody's going to get on me about that. Did you know those are satanic symbols? I'm like, oh boy. All right, guys, cheers. See you next time.